And here we are with our bonus coverage for this week. 2 games of the week.
That's right, Joe.
Jim.
2 games. Flag A, Flag B now. It's coming up. You know, we also have a jam-packed studio here, Joe. We got a short thing here. How do you pronounce it?
A sure thing.
That's right.
They are going to be on the new segment that we run this week in the ACFL, and it's going to be a new segment where we'll be bringing in members of the teams of the ACFL to talk about what they're doing as far as the league is concerned, ask them some questions about the kinds of seasons that they're having, their personal feelings on the league. I think it's going to be a pretty good segment, too.
Oh, yeah, it could be a tremendous segment, you know. It's just, you know, participation from the league members, you know, in this league. And, you know, there's a lot of them. It's a great addition to this, you know, aside from just the games, you know, you get to see and hear some of these players on the show.
I mean, it's really great because there's so much talk going on the message board, and now you're getting it live.
Right.
Here they are in front of a camera telling you exactly where it's at.
Right. No hiding behind the keyboard.
No keyboard here. You're on camera, pal.
Yeah.
You're going to face the music. So, getting back to this game, again, the Lions and the Bankers. The Lions currently at 3-1. The Bankers, I believe, were at 2-0 coming into this game. Let's get to it. And here we are with the Bankers versus the Lions. The Bankers at 2-0, the Lions at 3-1 in an ACFL matchup with the Bankers, the Lions kicking off to the Bankers, and that's caught and dropped. So, Adam, the Bankers will have the ball first down and short of the first down by about 4 yards.
Absolutely. It's certainly a solid place to start.
There's a snap. Jeff rolls left, cuts back to the right. Now he's looking to escape, still looking, and he is going to be sacked.
From the second that ball was snapped, Jeff just did not look like he knew what he was doing. You're going to see here, runs off to the left. He goes, oh, no, I got to go run back to the right. And then all of a sudden he's going to cut back, and he's going to go back to the left. Slips a little bit there. That slowed him down significantly. The defense now coming in, and there comes the sack right there. It kind of ran after all the defense.
He looked like a pauper in a pay toilet on that one. Okay, here he is on second down. Oh, goes up and gets a high snap, but he's going to be sacked again.
There's nothing you can do about that. Once the ball went up in the air, he was a dead duck. He just, watch, you see, he tips the ball up. By the time he turns around and realizes the defense is right in his face, he had nowhere to go.
And the defensive lineman just blew up that block. I mean, he blew it up. So here we are on third down. Takes the snap. Now he rolls left again. Rolls back to the right. He's in the end zone. He lets it go, and it is intercepted by Ernie of the Lions, and now the Lions will take over in excellent field position.
You watch what happens on this play. 2 defenders come, one from the left, one from the right. So no matter where he went, he was feeling the pressure. Jeff then just kind of tossed it up in the air, and he did have a couple of guys around. Just happens he threw it into coverage where it was single coverage on 2 guys, and the one defensive guy from the Lions pulled that ball down.
Missing from the Lions is their quarterback, Lovelace. Ernie takes the snap, hands off to Floyd, and Floyd gets a couple of yards. Jabu Lovelace was late for this game. Ernie now in a shotgun takes the snap. He looks, he rolls left. He looks like he's going to tuck it and run. And there's a flag pulled there. So Ernie just trying to get the ball upfield any way he can.
You've seen with Al Lovelace 2 straight running plays, technically, to start the game.
And he drops back, and now he's looking to throw, and he's going to be sacked by number 3.
From the second he had the ball, he stepped right back into the pocket. The flag was being pulled as he was stepping back in.
And again, heavy pressure. Ernie in there, and it gets sacked by the blow-by on number 3. So here we go. Ernie again takes a snap, looks, quick hitter out to the left side. Pretty Boy with the catch and a pull. So that's Pretty Boy Floyd coming up with a nice grab there, and I believe they're a
little short.
Short of the first down. There's Ernie again, and he is going to be sacked again, and throws his arm up like, guys, block somebody here, will you?
I mean, at that point, he ran right into the coverage again. You're going to see he takes the snap from the shotgun formation. He rolls out to the left, and he rolls right into the pressure. Right into the pressure. And
and now we have a flag here, though, because you are not allowed to knock a ball out of the quarterback's hand. So that's illegal stripping. There's a penalty, and And that's almost intercepted. So the Lions get good field position on the penalty.
Well, they get lucky on that play because they would have been forced way back, but instead the penalty pushes them forward a little bit. And he gets lucky again here because that ball was tipped at the line and thrown right in between two.
And we're going to have a field goal attempt here. There's the snap, there's the kick, and it is... We got a signal here? No good?
No good.
So the bankers take over. Jeff gets the snap, drops straight back, looking, throwing one deep down the middle, and that's caught! That is caught. Nice throw, nice grab there by Rojas.
The second that ball left his hands, he had exactly known where that ball needed to go. You see, he drops back, no pressure at all, calm, cool, and collected in the pocket, steps up, throws, and just hits his man perfectly right in the hands on a lead pass.
And he beat Floyd there, and he's not an easy guy to beat one-on-one.
Absolutely not.
But Rojas comes up with a big catch, first and goal. There's a snap. Jeff takes it, rolls right. Still rolling, looking, throwing, and that's caught, but he's short of the end zone. So let's call it 2nd and 2.
And a bit of a low snap on that last play, so they were at a bit of a disadvantage from the start.
There's a snap. Jeff looking, plenty of time. Throws it back over the middle, and it is incomplete.
Good defense on that play. A lot of pressure. No one to throw to.
We had plenty of time.
Look at the way the defense just kind of collapses on everybody on that play. Jeff is sitting back there trying to figure out where to go, but every one of the defenders, every one of his receivers had a defender on their back.
Everyone was covered. All right. Call this 3rd down now. Looking, throwing, and that's incomplete. Nice play there by Moody, number 3. And now is a field goal attempt by the bankers. Snap, kick, and it is hooked left. So, 2 missed field goals. We're still at 0. Not much of anything going on in this game right now.
So far, more of a defensive battle.
Takes the snap, hands off. There's a run to the left side, cuts it back to the right, and now there's room there to run. And there's a real fine run there. Good run on a reverse field.
I mean, that's just a beautiful play on that one. You cut it back up from the right to the left or from the left to the right.
2nd and 5. They go back to the run again. And there's a first down and more. And was that a flag that came in there?
I believe it was. Let's see if we can see
what
what happened.
Let's see anything happen here.
There's a bit of a hold happening right there.
Holding on the offense. And let's see what the call is. Called flag guarding on that play. Ernie rolls left. That's a 10-yard penalty. Lost it down, and Ernie scoots out of bounds. Of course, flag guarding is pretty self-descriptive foul. Ernie takes a snap. There's a handoff right up the gut. And there's yards there up the middle. It's a cut back to the left. Still on his feet. Dodges a pull. Nice run there, Adam. Nice run.
The running game from the Lions so far has been incredibly impressive so far in this one. That's what's working for them.
And Ernie, another pitch. Come back to the same play, basically, and this time it's defensed after a short gain.
Didn't work so well from them on that one, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and they keep going back to the run.
Ernie drops back to pass and is looking deep, and that is overthrown. And Ernie with a little miniature cannonball.
The closest guy to that one was a banker.
He takes the snap, comes back out to this side, and that ball is tipped, caught. Oh, and there's a tackle, and we're going to have a flag on that. That'll be unnecessary roughness after the tip and catch by Floyd.
You're going to see a couple of things on this play. Aside from the fact the ball goes up in the air, it's tipped. Look where they come down. First off, a spectacular catch by the wide receiver. But the defender comes down basically on top of him in an effort to get the ball. He basically just threw himself into the position to have that flag thrown on him. It's not necessarily intentional. It's just where they landed on that play.
Well, again, and this is Jabu Lovelace in the game. Drops back and throws a ground ball.
Well, you know, you come into the game a little bit late. You come in a little bit rusty in that first throw.
A little tight, but Lovelace can wing it. Gets the snap, drops back, hit her over the middle, and that's incomplete.
2 straight throws to start this game that really don't look too sharp.
No, not yet. Lovelace with the snap, drops back, steps up, throws it over the middle, and that ball is tipped.
Question is, was a flag pulled on that one first?
Well, we're going to have holding on the offense. Let's see if we see the hold. Yep, there it is right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Hooked right there.
Absolutely. Got him right around the neck, right around the collar.
And there you see the flag coming out, and no doubt on that call. That was definitely a hold. The Bankers turn the penalty down, and the Lions, again, are going to attempt a field goal. There's the kick. It's up, and this one is waiting for a call.
Oh, there was movement on the line.
There was movement on the line, so we're going to get a re-kick.
See if that catches a break for the Lions.
A high snap, gets it down, kick is up. And it is good. What a great job by Floyd getting that ball down.
Boy, that is harder than it looked, and it looked pretty hard to begin with.
He has to stand straight up.
Wow. And on top of that, he had two guys coming in with pressure off the edges of the line. The high snap stood up, kneeled down, and the kick went up and good.
And got a great play there by Floyd. There's a kickoff. Bankers get the ball, turning it upfield. Some room to run, trying to get to the outside against Floyd, and it doesn't happen. Floyd with a pull. First down for the Bankers. It's a snap. Jeff drops back. Looks like he's trying to set up a screen. It's not there. And he takes off and runs up the left sideline. So a screen that wasn't there, Adam.
But believe it or not, I think the Lions bit on that fake a little bit. He kind of pumped it just a little bit, just enough to move the defense back.
Dodges that pull there, which is a good job, and unloads.
Picked off.
And that's picked off by the Lions. Up the sideline, still in bounds, and there's a pull right there. So
I'll tell you though, Jeff is in trouble on this play. You can see he's already 10, almost 15 yards away from the line of scrimmage at that point. He keeps getting pushed back here as the defense comes in. He's getting pushed back. He's 30, almost 40 yards away at that moment from the line of scrimmage, and he just threw it up there. And
that short throw becomes a long throw.
Oh, absolutely. That became a bomb. What really starts at the line of scrimmage, it's probably a 20-yard throw, became a 40-yard throw, just simply because of the position that he was put in from where the throw had to happen.
So the Lions take over again in positive territory. They're first and about 15, so they are in the red zone. Jabu drops back, fires one, and it's dropped.
Nothing you can do about that as a quarterback.
And that's an idea of how strong Jabu's arm is. He can really wing it. Takes the snap, drops back, still looking for his first completion. Quick hitter, and that's incomplete.
Pressure from the defense again, coming off the left side of the line there. It forced him right out of the pocket, and he had to force the throw a little bit.
Third down. Takes a snap, drops back, looking. Lifts one out to the left, and that's intercepted! Up the sideline, and there's a tackle there. We're going to have a flag there. They're going to tack on some yards to the end of that play.
Let's take a look at this here. As he takes the snap, he drops back. You see the pressure coming from two defensive players, and he just kind of throws it up. Had a man, but the defense just stepped right in the corner.
Just a great read by the D-back. And here he comes up the sideline. Now you're going to watch an attempted pull, but he wraps him up and drags him to the ground. That's going to be a personal foul. That'll tack 15 yards onto that. So the Bankers now are first and goal. Takes a snap, drops back, looks to the right side of the end zone. Too far.
Would have been one heck of a catch, though, on the dive. You see where that's saying? He comes in a little bit high. Jeff has to jump just a touch. Kind of sails this one a little bit to the back of the end zone. Puts it only where his receiver could get it. And the dive just a little bit too far.
And here's a field goal attempt now by the Bankers to tie this game. Takes a snap, kick is up, and that kick is good. So we have a 3-3 game here.
It's a pitcher's duel.
I want to call it a defensive struggle, but it looks more like offensive inefficiency to me.
That's exactly what it seems like.
Okay, well, here we are at the half of what I'll call a defensive struggle combined with offensive inefficiency.
Only 3-3, neither team able to punch a point in the end zone here, able to capitalize, with just 2 field goals. And what about the Lions, Joe? What about Jabu Lovelace coming in late here in this game? That really, I think, hurt the Lions here in this first half, as, they weren't able to put up only 3 points here against the Bankers. It could have been a lot worse with all those turnovers, but right now, either team can take this one.
I'll tell you, I know Ernie personally. Ernie out there, I love you, but watching you play quarterback is kind of like watching President Obama play quarterback. You know, it just he's under center, but it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And Ernie, I think what hurt the Lions is that Ernie was not able to be Ernie and doing the things that he does best, being forced to quarterback the team for 10 minutes. And Lovelace did not come in and light it up right away because he needed to loosen up a little bit or whatever.
And you could definitely tell, you know, him coming in there, not able to score in that red zone, and usually where Lovelace does put up those points, not able to here. And I noticed a couple other players not on the Lions team on there. I don't know if they're not playing the spring or maybe just not there for this game. Guy like Darryl not there. Big key, you know, weapons on the wide receiver spots as well. So, you know, a couple of things to watch out for. But it's tie game on here. They got Lovelace now, you know.
Lovelace is there. So he's loosened up, and it's 3-3.
It's two halves football, Joe, you know.
It's just another half to go. So let's get to that second half, and let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Jabu Lovelace at the 20. Takes the snap. Hands off. Good stiff arm there, and there is a good, there's a pull right there by number 13. But a pretty good gain on the ground.
Absolutely. And you go back to, as we see the play again, you go back to that first half. You had mentioned you want to call it a defensive effort, but it's really more of offensive inefficiency. It's the fact that both of these teams have had chances, gotten into the red zone, gotten close, missed a field goal from each team. So really, it is more offensive inefficiency.
And there's a handoff now to the right side, and we have a pull, and there's a flag coming in from the ref. What do we have there? Let's see. Is this going to be a hold or a flag guard? See if we can pick it up.
Maybe a hold there on the side, kind of tossed him down.
Oh, there's a hold right there. Yep, there it was. So that's going to tack on some yards. Jabu. And that ball is caught. And there's a pull. So now actually Lovelace trying to shorten the passes up a little bit.
And maybe that's what you have to do. If the longer ones aren't working, you have to adjust.
He drops back again, rolls left under pressure. It's one down the left sideline, and that's almost intercepted.
You'd like to say that's not a good throw, but that is a tough throw, as we'll see it again. It's knocked down here. Watch him as he scrambles out of the pocket. He's moving to his left. He's a righty quarterback. He has to twist his body here and basically contort himself even to make that throw somewhat on target. He had a man there, but the defense just stepped in front of him. That's a tough throw to make for Lovelace.
Again, another great read by the D-back. There's a punt. And it is going to sail out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. And they are marking it the right. So we're at a first down here now for the Bankers in a tie game. Jeff, and they're going to try and run the ball themselves, and there's a lot of positive yardage there over the first down marker. So that's going to be a first down. That ball was carried by Rojas. So the
first guy missed on that one, so that enabled probably another 5-6 yards out of it.
Right, it is short. It's second down now, and Jeff on the run again, and he's going to be sacked again.
Both flags.
Oh. It's in case you missed the first one, Ref.
Great sack. He just comes, barely gets touched. He kind of gets pushed right into the lane where he's going to get to Jeff, and he just dives and manages to grab both flags.
And that's a great job of pursuit by this defensive end.
That's an athletic play, and that's just a play where he saw his target and he wouldn't let it out of his sights. Another high snap.
Throws out, and that ball is going to be caught.
He's still going.
And he's still going, so he's got a first down. What a clutch throw.
Oh, absolutely. And you mentioned, here comes another high snap. He's got a leap for this one, but he's far enough back where the pressure doesn't bother him too much. He just kind of lollipops that one.
And that's caught out there.
One missed tackle, two missed tackle, three missed tackles.
He gets a shirt on that one. There. Gets the first down, still on his feet. And
that's a great offensive play, but you have to blame the Lions' defense a little bit because you mentioned a lot of missed tackles on that play. You gained 20 yards.
Blitz. They hit the blitz, and it's incomplete. So that time they brought a safety from the
flag.
left side, and there's a flag right there.
Threw him down to the ground after.
Let's see what we have here.
Pressure coming off the edge. He just kind of dumps it right in there.
Oh, there's a collision there. I believe that there's a flag. Oh, got the player in the, and that flag was picked up. They called it incidental contact and picked the flag up.
That's
Jeff
the right
takes
call.
the snap. Yep, wasn't malicious. This went out to the right side, and that's thrown out of bounds in the vicinity of no one. Gets the snap, drops back, looking. Throwing deep over the middle, and that ball is,
Oh!
How could that not be intercepted?
Oh, you have to pick that one off. Your team, you're getting pushed back towards your own goal line. This thing is just lobbed right up there. He is maybe a little separation done by the defense there, a little push off, but that hits him square in the hands. He's got to pull that one down.
And the Bankers are in a punting formation now. Gets the snap, gets the kick away. Let's see. And that's going to be
that's a
fielded. Why is he fielding it at the 2-yard line? He's back in the end zone now. Now he runs out and he's down at the 4. How do you not let that ball go into the end zone?
That's a combination of a fantastic punt because it bounces, as you'll see right here, right at the 2, kind of at the 5, lands at the 2. He should just let that fall aimlessly right into the end zone, but instead he takes it.
And he goes back into the end zone here, which is dangerous right there because if the block is not thrown there, that's a safety.
Right, and a block in the back, too. He's lucky that block was there.
Well, now they're on the 2-yard line. Lovelace hands off. They're just trying to get out of the shadow of their own goal and end up with a nice 10-yard gain.
They did a nice job of getting out of the shadow of their own goal.
Here's Lovelace on 2nd and 5. He drops back, quick hitter out to the right, cuts it back to the left, and there's a pull right there, and that play went nowhere. Lost yards.
And Joe, you mentioned a couple of times, Lovelace has one heck of a gun, but the gun is obviously not working today. The short passes aren't going anywhere. He's just struggling.
And there's a pass to Moody. That'll be enough for a first down. Moody, a veteran of many wars in the ACFL, just puts a little simple out route here. Lovelace reads it, and there it is, enough for the first down.
He got a little separation on that play, which I think he's been looking for consistently throughout this entire game.
Moody, a very crafty veteran. Lovelace takes the snap. He pumps once, and now he's on the run. And we got a pull. Yeah, great.
They got him.
Great saving pull there by Rojas. You watch Lovelace. He gets away from this pull. He's off to the races.
If Rojas doesn't make that pull right there, there's another 20 yards of open field coming up here.
And there he is, and he comes from the back end to make that play.
That is a spectacular play by Rojas on that.
Takes the snap, drops back, he's looking, and now he unloads deep downfield. And he's got a man wide open, and that's in for a touchdown.
He's been waiting to unload that cannon all game. That was the play that just happened to work on. Double coverage. His wide receiver gets separation as we take a look at the
Let's see where he throws it from here. He's going to throw it from about the regular 15-yard line, and this ball comes down at the 25-yard line. I say that's a pretty good throw.
That's a spectacular throw, and if you looked at that,
that's a 60-yard throw in the air.
As the ball was being brought back in Lovelace's hands, there was a defender who had his hand up trying to swat that ball away. He just happened to place it perfectly.
And the point after was good, and here are the Lions now kicking off with a 10-3 lead, and now the Bankers need to answer. And that's fielded on a short kick, and there is Moody with the pull. All right, there's Jeff. Takes the snap, looks out to the right, quick hitter there to Rojas. Rojas with some moves. Rojas, and there is and we're going to get a flag on that. It looks like Rojas was taken down rather hard there, Adam.
And then he's hurt on this play. He's hurt on this play. Let's see if we can find out what happened.
That's AstroTurf out there. They don't have much give to it.
Jeff doesn't even move on that one. This is all Rojas is doing. Let's see what happens here at the end of this play.
Comes from the back, goes for the flags, pulls him down. Looks like his knee or
that
ankle.
left knee gets twisted up back behind him.
And we have a timeout on the field here, making sure he's okay. The ref's trying to get the yardage correct here on the penalty. That'll be a personal foul again.
He got pulled down backwards almost, where his hands went, his upper torso went forward, but his legs stayed back, and he kind of landed and folded himself up on top.
So here are the Bankers, 1st and goal. Quick hitter over the middle. That's complete, and a pull right there. So they get 10 yards of that. Now it's 2nd and 10, or less than 10, about 9. Takes the snap. He's rolling left, tucks it away, and Let's get about the 7-yard line. Let's call it around the 7. So they're 3rd and goal from the 7.
He saw 3 defenders coming towards him. He just had to scramble away.
Takes the snap on 3rd and 7, looking plenty of time. Hits one towards the back of the end zone, and that's caught for a touchdown.
What a beautiful pass. Little fade right into the back of the end zone. We'll see it again here. Good snap, good hold, plenty of time. A flag goes flying towards the end, and just a perfect pass right out of the reach of the defense. An absolutely spot-on pass from Jeff.
And here we go with the extra point. Placed down, and it is...
No good. Oh.
It is good.
It is good.
So we are tied at 10 here in what's turning into a pretty exciting game.
It was tied 3-3 with both teams struggling in that first half. Now the offense is kind of coming together a little bit.
And that's not good. That's a kick out of bounds. That'll be 1st and 5 now for the Lions. So you're giving Lovelace some pretty good starting position.
And he clearly showed on that last drive that he can do something with his arm if you give him the time.
He drops back, quick hitter out, and that, oh, no, it hit the ground. Moody almost came up with a good catch there. A little behind him. Lovelace takes the snap, drops back. Little hitter over the middle, it's caught. Stiff arm and a pull there by Rojas, who emphatically slams the flag to the turf.
You had to make a
3rd and about 3 here. Let's see. Lovelace, and that is caught and a quick pull, but that'll be enough for a first down, and that's a great grab.
Oh, that was spectacular because he had the pressure on him the entire time. You saw as soon as that ball was caught, his flag was being pulled.
Lovelace down the middle, and
intercepted.
That's intercepted again. So the Bankers with their 2nd pick of Lovelace. And there's a pull right there. So Jabu Lovelace gets picked again here.
Let's see what happens. Pressure coming off the edge on the left side. They were coming towards him, but he had plenty of time to release it.
He underthrew the receiver and threw it behind him.
Completely underthrew his receiver, and it just happened to be within the reach of the defender at that moment. And you see, he runs it back here, a nice chunk of yardage, and he's able to get back towards midfield. A little past midfield, actually.
So, and there's a flag there.
That could be a big turn of events, Joe.
It sure could. And here we go. The Bankers have the ball in great field position. They're short of the 20 for a first, and that pass is... What is that pass?
It was batted away. It was Lovelace batting it away at that point. He hurt himself. Now he's trying to help himself.
He drops back again, Jeff. Again, he goes deep down the sideline. He's got a receiver.
Oh.
And that's dropped by Rojas.
Boy, let me tell you something. That would have been one of the greatest catches you could ever see in anything like a flag on the play, though. So it's got to be holding towards the line.
And Rojas... Oh, you hit him right in the breadbasket with that, Adam.
I think he was a little weary both of the defender and the line coming up. He wasn't totally sure where he was.
We had offside on the defense that was accepted. The Bankers, and they're going down again, and that ball is caught for a touchdown.
Jeff's going deep all of a sudden, and it's working all of a sudden. And the Bankers have come back and taken now.
And this is a great pattern. Watch this pattern. He sells the inside move. Breaks it to the outside. Great throw, great pattern. Everything worked on that play.
And I'll tell you saw Rojas just kind of flank out to the right of the quarterback on that one. Rojas has been the guy of interest for the Bankers so far. So the Lions paid more attention to him, left the other receivers open towards the end of the field, and that's what burns them in the end.
So now it is the Lions who need to dig in, fight back.
The Lions have had more control in this game you've seen, but over the last few minutes you've seen them lose a lot of that control. That
ball is tipped and caught anyway. The big plays in this game have belonged to the Bankers. And still on his feet. That's not a fumble. That ball will be down right where it's bound. So you see the official. Now we're inside of 2 minutes because the official signaled the clock to be running. So the Lions are in a big hurry here. Lovelace trying to escape. Throws it deep downfield, and it is incomplete.
If that ball was caught, it would have been the great magician act, one of the great magician acts of all time, because he somehow evaded those tacklers. I don't know.
Lovelace still rolling, enormous pressure on him, looking to dump it somewhere, and he throws it deep downfield again. It's caught! Lateral back to Floyd, and Floyd is in for the touchdown!
Are you kidding me? We've got to see this one
Lovelace.
Again. We've got to see this one again because
call him Jabu Houdini.
I'm not totally sure how this happened. You can see, look at this. He takes the snap, runs off to the left a little bit, and now he's running back. He is 10 yards from the line of scrimmage now. He's got two guys closing in on him. They're both pulling for the flags. Somehow they don't get it. They get his shirt, and he just launches this one.
Again,
two receivers going after it.
And look at the presence of mind here for Moody to lateral it back to Floyd, who takes the extra 2 steps into the end zone. Boy, that's a heads-up play by Moody.
Well, what was Floyd doing when the catch was actually made?
And they're going for the 2-point conversion here at him to win the game. Lovelace drops back. Throwing. This is the last play of the game. He's still on the move. He lets it go, and it is incomplete. Falls incomplete, and that'll be the game. But there was a flag back at the line of scrimmage pointing to the flag. And it was Lovelace had thrown an illegal forward pass. He was over the line when he threw the pass. And there's the final. Bankers 17, Lions 16. Well, here we are for the wrap-up of the Bankers-Lions game. A very exciting finish. And by the way, this wrap-up is being brought to you by one of our sponsors. And you love this guy, Jim. Tommy's Toilet Tunes Seats. I hope I'm saying that right, Tommy. I don't want to insult you. But again, tremendous response to this the first time we aired it. Folks, again, it's a musical toilet seat. Call it a novelty, call it a joke, but it is hysterical. You can program it to play any kind of music you want.
It's genius, Joe.
I mean, absolutely. And I got to confess, I got one. I put it on my girlfriend's toilet, and when she sat down, you should have seen what was flying. But again, call up and order 201-772-0886. And I'd like to put another word out to the teams out there. As a game of the week, it's always nice to be chosen as a game of the week, Jim. And you can become a game of the week if you bring, and when I say that, guaranteed game of the week, by bringing in either a sponsor for a 30-second spot at $25, or if the team itself wants to sponsor a game of their own, they can do that also for a $25 30-second spot. This game is being brought to you by whatever team or someone that has a business out there. But this is something that guarantees you being aired on a game of the week, and it's just a nice thing to do for the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so the wrap-up here, the Bankers win the game 17-16. The Lions trying to go for the win in the 2. Give them guts for that call, but just didn't work out.
Talk about a Cinderella finish, Joe. I mean, this game was quiet most of the game, and then right until those last minutes, you know, both teams putting up points there. You know, Jabba Lovelace coming out with a bit deep strike, and then Bankers with a big interception, getting the score. And then what about Lovelace at the end there?
Wow, what a throw! What a throw!
You know, and they went for the 2. I mean, I can't disagree with the call. You know, right there, going for the 2, going for the win. You know, Ernie was out, got hurt. You know, in this game as well. So
we hope Ernie's okay. It looks like he had a little Achilles problem there at the end. But, you know, Jeff, Rojas, and Pedro came up big for the Bankers in the second half. And you know what? It's guts. If they get it, they win. But there was a flag on Lovelace on that last play, which even if he completes the pass, it's not going to be allowed because he was over the line of scrimmage and threw the ball. So, you know what? The Bankers will take the win. 17-16. They go now to a 3-0 record, I believe.
3-1.
3-1 record, I believe. Okay.
They play the Bulldogs this week.
And they play the Bulldogs this week.
Another team that has stepped up. Last 2 games, they overcame. They won their last 2 games. That should be a great matchup. Flag B might be a game of the week for the Flag B division this week.
I'll tell you what. It seems that now in every division, there's always a super game, and we are going to get to all the divisions this season. I know the 6-on-6 flag. Man, I love that. That's like watching arena football, man. These guys running around the place. Oh my goodness! And they got a lot of good teams.
Definitely picked up.
The Bruins, the Rebels. I mean, there's a lot of the All-Stars who are now the All-Stars. By the way, won their 6-on-6 flag game. They now have ripped off 15 in a row in 6-on-6 flag.
And that division, it's only been, what, 2, maybe 3 seasons here, and it's picked up a lot. You know, it's picked up a lot more teams here. I believe they got like 16 at least teams here this season. So, you know, it's definitely getting good support
and the All-Stars, undefeated last season through the playoffs, 4-0 now. They've ripped off 15 in a row. So there's a lot happening in that 6-on-6 flag. And Touch, we're not going to forget you because you're on our radar also. We will be doing a couple of touch games. We'll be filming the remaining of the season and into the playoffs. So you will be on, but as I said, get that advertising money or your own promotion of your own game up here, and you'll get on sooner than later. For Jim Flanagan, this is Joey B., voice of the ACFL. Adam, thank you very much for your input tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
All right.